Hello and welcome to Toffee TV. This is the Sunday supplement from Everton 0, Norwich 2 at Goodison Park yesterday. If you don't know by now, basically I do the Sunday supplement, which is basically a look back after the kind of dust has settled. But it hasn't really settled yet because, you know, everyone's up in arms about Silva. You know, is he sacked? Is he not sacked? I've heard some rumours that he's been sacked and people aren't to come in tomorrow. The under 23s have been told not to come in. Don't know how true that is, but I'm talking about the game and I'll get to Silva after. I kind of dissect the game. With Pickford in goal, Sidibe at the back, Holgate, Mina, Luca Dean, as expected, in there. Coleman obviously still on the bench, and rightly so at the minute. Then you had Schneiderlin, Tom Davies, Sigurdsson, and you had Richarlison on the left with Toffee and Theo Walcott on the right. And yeah, look, I mean, it's in the lineup, isn't it? It kind of set the tone. People were saying the whole time this season, he's not the right man for the job. He's not the right man for the job. And you look at the players and the recruitment and all that type of stuff. We look like we'd bought good in the summer, and I know Gabaman's not been around, he's been injured and stuff like that, but like looking around the team, I mean Schneiderlin, he's just not good enough to be playing in our first team. You know, I look around the Premier League and he's struggled to get in the most sides, the way he's just strolls around the pitch. Tom Davies, I like, he brings energy in that, but he was just dropping too deep the whole time, and like the warning signs were there. They got in a few times. Pickford made a great save when they got in. I think it was Pereira is his name, or Hernandez, sorry. Hernandez, it was true on goal, and Pickford made a great save. And the warning signs that were there before Cantwell got the first goal. And to be fair, he took this goal very well. But we just, how many times do we say it? We just look out of ideas, lack of energy, lack of mobility. Even Silva said after the game, there was a lack of mobility. He couldn't find a way to, you know, upset Norwich. I'm sorry, but at home to Norwich, you should be beating Norwich. And that's 3 promoted teams that have come up now and we've lost against. It's just not good enough. It's not acceptable. You know, last year I might have said, okay, well, he's in a process where he's building a team there, but he's pretty much built his team. Okay, he might have been unlucky in terms of getting centre-backs in, but other than that, I mean, he's brought in everybody else. Moise Keane doesn't seem to get a look in. Don't know. He's at scoring 2. He scores 2 for the under 21s Italy, and doesn't get near the pitch for us. And all the talk all week has been, oh well, Moise Keane needs to leave. No, Moise Keane needs to leave. He's linked with Roma and all these other clubs. Why is it these players that we have, the young players coming through, are always linked with top clubs that they could go to? You remember Lookman, he went to Leipzig. Then you look at Vlasic, you know, big clubs were looking at him before CSKA, you know. So what is it we're doing wrong with these players that we can't bring them into the team and let them, like Toffee, I last time I did the Sunday supplement, I was like, okay, maybe he needs a couple of games, but I do look at him and I just, unless he has someone maybe quick up beside him, what does he do? You know, he's not your traditional number 9, but he doesn't, like, he's not quick and he can't get in behind, and you know, it just baffles me. You know, when Allardyce brought him in, he didn't know whether he was going to be able to play in the Premier League. Like, what's the deal there? Richarlison, you know, he's good in little spells, but I still think he gives the ball away far too much, and he does get away with it a lot because he would, I suppose, pop up with the odd goal here and there. But I think we need more from him as well. We need more from the players too. It's all well and good to playing the manager, but there's not one bit of fight in any one of those players. You know, we're sitting here every week complaining about someone, if it's not Pickford making a mistake for free kicks or whatever else, or just being a moron all the time. We're talking about Calvert-Lewin not scoring enough. We're talking about Schneiderlin being poor. We're talking about Delph not doing a lot. You know, we're always complaining about someone, and it's because the performances are just not being good enough. We were looking at the start of the season, the players that we brought in were like, okay, obviously Idrissa Gana Gueye was a huge loss a huge loss to us. And I think it's shown more so now how much we've missed him and how key he was to our play. And the way he just broke up everything. I know he wasn't great on the ball, but breaking up stuff, he was fantastic. Probably up there with Kante for the best at that specific role. But I'm just out of ideas. You know, we just like even in the second half, like we just didn't look like we were up for it. Every time we go a goal down, you might as well just shut up and say, all right, lads, and go home, pack up and go home, because they just never look like they want to get into it at all. I'm just after watching Sheffield United and Manchester United, and you know, Man United are not playing well at all, and they come from 2-0 down to get to 3-2, and they obviously drew. But the fact that they showed that bit of fighting character, our lads wouldn't have done it, and we got beat by Sheffield United as well. So something's going to change. Now, obviously, they got the second goal. I know I'm not really talking too much about the game. I'm just kind of talking about an assessment of probably our season at this point. But it's just because I'm so frustrated. I'm sick and tired of the same things. And you know, I was all for giving Silva time and everything else. But it's just as things go on and on and on. And he's saying he's not worried about his job and stuff like that. He's probably sacked by the time this video goes up. The thing is, who do we get in to replace him? I personally, if he goes, I would like Rafa Benitez, and that's not going to please everybody, but that's my opinion, and you're entitled to yours as well, as much as I'm entitled to mine. But he's a winner. He's won things wherever he's gone. He's got to places where he's not been liked and still won things. You think of Chelsea, you know, he went there and he won the Europa League with them, and he's done quite well with them, and the fans just never liked him at all, and that was because of his association with Liverpool. There'll always be that thing where you call Everton the small club, but I mean, if he wins at Anfield, you know, I think all would be forgiven. Or if he bet Liverpool as Everton manager, I think all would be forgiven quite quickly. You know, football is a results-driven business, and if he's getting the results, then who's going to care if he used to manage Liverpool? I don't think he'd care either if a couple of fans didn't like him. Well, it's obviously not going to be. It's going to be more than a couple, but you know what I mean. And this might be a bit controversial, but like I don't really care. I want someone in who's won trophies in the past. Not Sam Allardyce, not David Moyes, not Big Dunk, not any of them, not David Unsworth. Start as you mean to go on, and go for the best manager you can go and get out there. And for me, at the moment, the only one that's out there that's realistic and that we could possibly get is Benitez. Pochettino won't come to us. The likelihood is he'll go to Man United at some point. If not, he'll go to Bayern. And we just can't contend with that right now. We're not in that elite level that they are at. But, you know, Benitez comes in, let him buy a couple of players in January to add to what we have and sell whoever he doesn't think would be good enough. And go from there. That's just how I feel about it. I'm sick and tired. You get a couple of decent results, and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get back into it now, and then, boom, you lose to Norwich, or you lose to Villa, you lose to Sheffield United, or you lose to Bournemouth. You know, the list goes on. And we're coming into December now. We have to play Leicester, we have to play Liverpool, we have to play Man United, Chelsea, you know, Arsenal. We've got games that we have to, like teams we haven't even played, that are a lot better than teams that bet us. And that's the really worrying thing, is that we have to play all these teams, and we can't even put up a fight against the lesser teams. Now I know we've done well against the bigger teams in the past, but it's just not good enough. It's not acceptable as fans to be accepting the level of mediocrity that the players are producing all the time, and too many of them get away with it. You know, obviously Iwobi came on in the second half, and personally, I'm not a big of a fan of him. Okay, he gets us up the pitch and all, but he loses the ball an awful lot. Sigurdsson, poor again, by the way. Just anonymous. And Coleman coming on for Sidibe, I'm not too sure what that was all about. But look, I mean, they won 2-0. They got their goal late on. Credit to them. But they made us look absolutely average. And the team should be ashamed of themselves. The position that they're in at this stage of the season, after being tipped allegedly to be top 6 contenders the way we finished the end of last season. So let us know your thoughts in the comments on the game, on the managerial situation, and just Everton in general. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Obviously me, Paul Nealon from Irish Football Fan TV. And if you want more videos from me, check me out on Irish Football Fan TV and drop a subscribe. And if you are checking out the videos, drop a comment saying that you are coming over from Toffee TV to have a look. Don't forget to subscribe to Toffee TV's channel also. Drop this video a like, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.